rent a place, pay for electricity, secretary, get students to come, pay Facebook, pay for advertising campaigns. What should I do first? Well, just like you read in the title, how to have your own Taekwondo academy without failing on your first try. But for this, I prepared a script to keep things organized so we don't get lost, and so I can give you my best advice if you want to start your own academy. First, I recommend the following. If you have the opportunity to partner up because you see that your academy has that vision, because maybe it doesn't, maybe your Sabonin just wants to have his own academy, just wants to be there himself and doesn't want more work. Because keep in mind, having more academies means more work. And sometimes many people just don't want that, okay? So if you have the opportunity, do it. Second, everyone thinks you have to get your black belt, rent a place, set everything up, and that's it. That's enough. Students are just going to come pouring in. I don't even know if you can say it that way. All the teachers leave and students just come in effortlessly. You just put up your sign that says Taekwondo and they'll come. No, don't make that mistake. If your business isn't present on social media, even if you're good, you could be the best, you could be really good, but if nobody knows you, you don't exist. And maybe the one who has his own academy isn't that good, doesn't have the best facility. But he's present on social media and makes an effort to keep learning and figure out how to improve his social media presence. You can be sure he'll have more students and more success. You can be sure he'll have more success than you. You might say, but yeah, I'm a 5-time national champion, 5 years with me. Being a champion won't guarantee you'll have students either. No. Or keep them. Okay, you can reach people by telling them who you are, but where are you going to do that? Through social media. Okay, it could be a strategy. I've worked hard and deserve credit. I've even been shortlisted by UNICEF 3 times. You can use the fact that you're a national champion as a hook. So many students will come that you won't know what to do. You won't know how to keep them. Your class will look more like a daycare than a Taekwondo class. You won't have control over the kids. And what will that cause? They'll leave. That they'll quit. That the parents will see you can't teach. So being a champion or a black belt won't guarantee you success. Now, let's not be generic. Let's not copy other academies. Let's give it our own personality. Okay, if you notice, I haven't followed the typical red and blue mats. Look, yellow with black. And what do all my followers think? That we're from Mexico. Why do they think we're from Mexico? Because in Mexico, if you compare the number of Taekwondo practitioners in Peru and in Mexico, there are about 8,000 Taekwondo practitioners in Peru. Mexico, more than 1 million. Okay, so there, opening a Taekwondo academy is very competitive, so you must think carefully. Here, I'm sure. Here in my city, in Arequipa, Peru, you open an academy and it's going to fill up. Keep in mind, that's if you follow the right steps. On social media, what can I do? I don't like being on camera. Upload what the kids are doing. Remember that for that, you need to have them sign a media release form to use their image. Talk to the parents. Dad, how are you? Did you like the class? You've been here 3 months. You can record a video about the work you have done. Record the dad, record his son. Parents nowadays like that. Take advantage of it. At some point, this is going to hit a wall. Soon, many Taekwondo practitioners will open academies and create social media content, leaving you behind. Take advantage now while there are only a few. So now we know how to get students. Social media, ads on Facebook, ads on TikTok. You need to find those courses, enroll in those courses. Indispensable. Nowadays, handing out flyers is out of fashion. That doesn't work anymore. You get one yourself and throw it away, and you read it. There are situations where I will use that strategy. Activations. We usually do Taekwondo exhibitions at Real Plaza, at Mall Plaza, and what do? Well, we put on the exhibition. We set up our stand. We have a really nice stand. That's already an investment in physical advertising. And it's the parents who come up to ask for information. It's different when you hand a flyer to someone who doesn't know you. They usually just throw it away. But if you show something and a parent seeks more info, it's more effective. Directly from you, well, that flyer will be well received and they'll keep it. Okay, there are strategies. Then we have training in pedagogy and teaching methods. Being a national champion doesn't guarantee you'll have strategies. That you keep your students, you can bring people in, but keeping them, that's the most complicated part. If a student gets bored, the first thing they'll say is, "Dad, I'm bored of Taekwondo. Your classes can't be boring." And now they'll come out and say, and I hope this shows up in the reports because my Facebook followers love this kind of thing. They'll say, if someone trains Taekwondo, it's because they like it, not because parents force them into an online class. Nowadays, if the kid says, "Dad, I don't want Taekwondo anymore because they hit me," or "Dad, I'm bored of Taekwondo," the dad just takes him out of Taekwondo, listens to the kid, and the kid is the one in charge. Bad, really bad, but unfortunately that's how it is. So get ahead of the problem, solve it, make your classes very engaging, and address the student properly. Don't give them nicknames like the chubby one or the skinny one. That can hurt their self-esteem and personality. You are working with children who are growing and developing, young people who nowadays are very sensitive. So your training in pedagogy and teaching methods is very important so that you always know what to do. Thank you. Within your regular classes, you can offer private lessons as an extra. It will cost more. For example, a 1-hour private class, a personalized class, you can charge between $15 to $20. There, you put the amount in souls. I mention dollars since many viewers are from other countries and can work out their own prices. The equivalent in souls goes there. Exams, exam preparation every 3 or 4 months. Whatever you think is convenient. The merch. Sell your academy's t-shirts. Remember, and that's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to many teachers who have their own academies. They come out with a t-shirt, sweatshirt, or sweater design, and the parent says, "Teacher, I'm going to have the t-shirt made because it's too expensive here." Remember that you have to create internal rules. In your internal regulations, just like in any educational or training institution, you specify what the offenses are, what the duties are, and what the obligations are. For example, paying their monthly fees on time. Remember that you are renting a place. And if you have to pay each month when a parent doesn't pay you on time, it affects you. That same parent who pays late is probably the same one who says, "Teacher, you were 5 minutes late today." "Teacher, today you finished 5 minutes early." And it's the same one who takes a long time to pay, and the invoices remain. So what you should put in your internal regulations is that if a parent is more than 5 days late, there will be a penalty. If the parent doesn't let you know that their child won't continue, because it has happened, when you go to charge them, they say, "My child isn't coming anymore." They inform you at the last minute even though you already counted on that money. You're a well-organized academy, not one that's just winging it. What if that parent should pay a penalty? But how am I going to charge him? This is in the internal regulations. When you enroll your child in a school, you pay for the month whether they attend or not. But this isn't a school. No, it's something more important. For me, Taekwondo is something more important because it will teach him values, it will build his character, and it will help him not get bullied at school. You're giving him tools not just for sports, but for life. Give it that importance. Let's not underestimate our martial art. No, but if he only comes for an hour, how am I going to charge him? You have to have your internal regulations where you specify their obligations, their rights, their duties. Do I make myself clear? In those internal regulations, you have to specify everything in detail. No. I'm giving you some of the things that we have. Have parents read the rules so they don't question the assistant instructors later? My son has been sick for 2 weeks. Why should I offer a makeup class just to change the date? That shouldn't exist. There shouldn't be any date changes. Also, are you going to tell your landlord for your place? Are you going to say, sorry, a parent told me they're going to change their payment date, so I can't pay you? No, you can't. No, no. You also have a contract, right? And what happens in the rental contract when you're late paying by 1, 2, 3 days? There's a penalty. Why should it be different? That's the law. By law, you can charge interest. If they miss a payment and you have a contract, that's another example. Have the parents sign a contract with at least the basics, right? Payment dates, what happens if they're late, what's the penalty, what they should do, how to proceed if they're no longer going to attend, and how much advance notice is needed. How? Nobody's going to tell you that, but I will. I want you to know that if you start something on your own, you'll make mistakes. I've been on my own in the Taekwondo world for 12 to 13 years now, 12 years. And in these 12 years, no one has told me any of that. If I started from scratch and had this advice, believe me, I would be in at least 5 cities across the whole country. But today you're taking steps. And for that, I need to have everything structured. I need to have playbooks for the instructor and the secretary. Look up what a roadmap is, inform yourself, read. A playbook for opening and closing, what your secretary should do, what your instructor should do. What your instructors should do, that is your assistant instructors. But I'm just getting started. Start off right. Because later on you'll say, but this is already how it works. The limitation of it already working like this is that you can't expand. You can't replicate it. For you to be able to grow and be scalable, or to have another academy or 2 or 3 or 4, the system needs to be replicable. That's basic franchising. Like McDonald's, Starbucks, everything is standardized. That doesn't happen there. And at McDonald's, the person who serves you in the morning doesn't say, okay, you ordered this sandwich, I'm going to make the burger myself. No, the burger is already made. So how will the Shaggy app be taught? No, the Shaggy app already has a process for how it should be taught. You also have to protect what's yours. I got a bit off topic, didn't I? We were talking about the shirts, sell your merch. But emphasize that the merch, the merchandise, shirts, hoodies, even uniforms can only be purchased at your academy. Okay? If you protect it, because otherwise you're screwed, then it's, how do you want your shirt to look? I want it like this with the sleeves here, bam, bam, bam. That's your intellectual property. That shirt is your intellectual property. They can't copy it. How does it work with musicians? They release their album and it gets pirated. Same with movies. Don't they go to jail? There you can enforce the law against piracy. 8 years in jail if it's not under your name. Pirating and selling, so come. Hello? I'm just talking with the guys from the channel. No. No, and I'm going to show them your work. Many people think they might have to strain the rice and eat it. Wow, it's big, just kidding. There's a little snack for you. I hope this has helped you. Comment what you think I should know. There are many things. It would take me a year to talk about all of them, but let's do it step by step. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell. I'm going to make it hard for you. Hit the little bell for me, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye. Well, I like that video. Can you? Yes, I'll comment on it. That's for